The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning and welcome to Guardian Radio AM. Today is Monday, July 20th. It's a little after 11 o'clock in the morning. Once again, it's a CA Newry and I shall be your host for the day. Today's a good day. I'm going to have an open line Monday. But of course, I always have things I would like to discuss. I want to discuss whether Bahamians in general, the Bahamian populace, as a group of us, because I'm generalizing, but I want to know if we are superstitious as a nation, as a people, right? Like superstitious to a fault. Recently, my cousin sent me a write-up, right, which played upon a number of our Bahamian fairs, and I said, this is worth discussing whether we have a problem. A social problem based on our biasness. And that biasness is feeding us a particular skewed view of the world, of the Bahamas in general. And it's based in fear. And based in fear and intimidation and trying to manipulate people. If I used to go to one of those juk Pentecostal charismatic church, they would say that this is a witchcraft they're trying to put on us. They're trying to fix us in terms of making us intimidated. I'm going to read that article. I'm going to look it up on my phone. But before then, I just remind you that, of course, Guardian Media Group has the Great Summer Escape Giveaway. I got to always remind you about that because the deadline soon come up. The Great Summer Escape Giveaway, you could win a trip for two, including the hotel, including the car, including the brand new luggage, brass and leather, right? And 100, say 1,000, say what I was going to say, 100,000. Let's got excited there. You see, we stop. What? $1,000 in cash to spend, right? All you need is your passport. Say, just get a Nassau Guardian newspaper. Fill out the entry form that can be found in the newspaper. Drop that entry form in the entry box that is located in the front of the Nassau Guardian establishment here, right, in Oaksville, and tune into the Guardian Radio and follow the Nassau Guardian on all social media platforms for your chances to win. So the Guardian Media Group Great Summer Escape Giveaway, right? And I just want to remind you that the deadline is soon. The deadline is on August 12th, right? And when the deadline comes up, don't forget that the drawing is like 2 days after the deadline. So you have a short time to make the deadline, and right after that, quickly, you have the 2 days after that, the drawing, and you'll know who win, and you'll know who going on that trip. Basically, almost all expense paid. You just need your passport, brand new luggage. I could do with some brass and leather luggage. Okay, like I said, it's going to be an open line Monday. I see both newspapers, particularly the Guardian, the Nassau Guardians, especially this one about cancer, right? So new cancer cases to nearly double by 2050. And Dr. Darwell warns against highly processed foods, urges cancer screening. Now, I smiled, right? Because when you in Parliament and you see that you identify a problem, when you identify a national problem, our politicians have a duty of care to try curb the national problem. And that being said, taxes deter people. If processed food and these sweet sodas and sweet drinks are causing an increase in cancer, which causing the hospital to be inundated with patients, our government need to do something to curb it. I guess he's saying education and saying you got to have health screening. But our culture dictates to us, and men don't like going to get screening, so they can dead early, right? we know that healthcare is kind of expensive, even though they have the national health insurance, right? But I now know they have all kind of free screening for men in particular. They're trying to help us out as best. But surely we can tax some fast foods, right? We can tax some sweet soda. And what about our diet in general, right? I was just reading a note on Facebook which says the Bahamas national dish is corned beef and rice, right? Processed food like corned beef is on the, what do you call that thing when they say bread basket items? Surely we need to increase that. All those canned processed items, corned beef, the tuna, the mackerel, right? The starchy rice, right? We put it on the bread basket to make sure it's cheaper, but it's killing us. It's like, help us out. Help us to help ourselves. Tell Bahamians, no, you're not going to be able to afford that anymore. So going back to my initial post, and I'll go back and forth. And like I say, it's open line Monday, so you can call me and we'll talk about anything else in the paper. I see some police are being charged for murder now. That case some years ago where they shot up the man, right? And I thought it was an open and closed case when they said that he pulled up onto the scene and started shooting at the police, and so they returned fire. And later, some family investigator had a video, right? Even though some people said that the police came and take the initial video, but there was a secondary video where it appeared as if the police was waiting on him, and they just let fire out. So 3 police are being charged for that, and Bahamians are now celebrating, saying justice is being served. I know that case is going to be in before the court, so we may not be able to talk about it or just be able to read the issues regarding it. But let me start about this superstition of Bahamians in general. I'm going to read this post. It's kind of long, but I'm going to try speed through it, right? It starts off a work of fiction set in an alternate version of the Bahamas. That's the theme of it, right? And it's loosely based on the Bahamas, but I see constant posts hinting towards this. So there's a large part of our population that actually given this type of thought credence. And I'm concerned. I'm concerned whether reasonable thinking Bahamians are thinking this way, or this is just a fluke and just one person decided to write this and it's not everyone thinking this way. But I see a lot in religious circles and in political circles. So let me read it, right? And I think it's in our prejudice that's causing this. It says, the people of Nassau would one day whisper that everything changed on May 12th, 2026. No one could prove what had happened. There was no scientific explanation, no official report, no satellite image. Yet stories spread from Bay Street to Fox Hill, from Beantown to the Family Islands, that an unseen spiritual portal had opened over the Bahamas. Some believed it was only fear. Others insisted that something ancient had crossed into the islands. In the months that followed, strange changes appeared. Churches that once preached repentance became divided. Romans who still called themselves Christians had quietly begun rituals that had nothing to do with the teaching of Christ, blending their faith with secret ceremonies in search of wealth, influence, or across Nassau, frightened people whispered of a growing number of Bahamians seeking the counsel of Obia practitioners or Haitian voodoo priests, believing that they could solve problems that prayer alone had not. Whether these stories were true or exaggerated, fear spread faster than certainty. Conspiracy theories flourished. Some citizens claim powerful political figures had entered into secret pacts with dark spiritual forces to secure victory in the general election. Others dismiss the accusations as desperate gossip born from political disappointment. No evidence ever emerged, but rumors refused to die. Even the smallest storefront churches became the subject of suspicion. People whispered that certain juk pastors were no longer relying on faith alone, but were secretly calling upon dark powers to keep their congregations loyal. Families began questioning from whom they could trust. As panic grew, many interpreted every tragedy as another sign of the darkness. A series of horrific traffic accidents shook the nations. Disturbing crimes, including acts of violence against vulnerable elderly people, horrified communities. Some believe these were merely the coincidences of social decline, while others insisted they reflected a deeper spiritual corruptions connected to the mysterious portal. Elsewhere, tensions rose over the demolition of informal shanty communities. Many immigrant residents felt betrayed by government decisions and believed they had been abandoned after years of building lives in the Bahamas. Their anger added another layer of unrest to an already anxious nation. The island's nightlife also became the subject of sensational tales. Gossip spread that seductive strangers, including some foreign sex workers, were not entirely human, but supernatural predators resembling succubi from whole folklore, feeding on temptation and despair. Most dismissed such stories as myths, yet they persisted in whispered conversations. Public debate grew increasingly bitter. Traditional values were challenged by new lifestyles and customs, and many older Bahamians lamented what they call a new kind of Bahamas, with unfamiliar traditions replacing old ones. Some preachers declare from their pulpits that the Bahamas has sold its soul, while others urge caution, warning against fear, division, and scapegoating. Perhaps the darkest rumor of all concerned the national Christian leadership. Anonymous voices claimed that even the Christian Council had been spiritually infiltrated. Others fiercely rejected the accusation, insisting that such claims were dangerous slander intended to divide believers. The truth remained unknown. In the end, no one could say whether the portal had ever existed. Some believed the darkness was supernatural. Others believed the real darkness was fear itself, fear that allowed rumor to become certainty, neighbors to distrust neighbors, and hope to give way to suspicion. Only one lesson endured: a nation cannot overcome darkness, whether spiritual, moral, or social, without truth, justice, compassion, and the courage to examine both its belief and its actions. So yeah, this is trending in WhatsApp. I had a cousin that sent this to me, and I said, man, y'all Bahamian superstitious as hell, man. This don't make no sense. But I see on social media that a number of Bahamians believe that some supernatural skullduggery went in the general elections, and that a certain set of people are doing magic in the Bahamas, and that some kind of evil portal has opened up, that some deal was made. See it straight. Some deal was made with some dark, sinister characters, and that blood is the recompense. Blood is now the payback, right? And I say, what say you? I want to know if you heard that too. If you heard the people talking about that also. I see it, and I said, I know a number of Bahamians are superstitious. I find it peculiar. I said, man, if you believe in God, you can't believe in these things. But people believe in magic, and people believe that witchcraft is real, and that people believe that politicians is delve inside it, and religious people is delve inside it, and that these small churches that you see here, especially these prophets who prophesied and everything, that they believe in dark magic. I said, I can bring it up. That's what I can do. I guess I do talk show. I can bring it up, right? Add it to the stew and just shake my head at it. Go ahead, caller. Guardian Radio AM is an open line Monday. And I guess we're talking obeah, I guess. Go ahead, caller. Call you there? I can hear you in the background, caller. I give you a couple seconds before I move to the next caller.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, you live. Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, you live.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, Mr. Newry, Spark here. Let me know. This thing with the demolition of the shanty down.
Go ahead.
What I don't understand is this. You come in my country illegally. I think he's even scared to say something in our own country. Be scared to talk in our own country. You come in my country illegally. You build a shanty town on people's land or government land. You sit there for years and years illegally. And then when the law breaks down now, you say you ain't got nowhere to go. You have somewhere to go. Go back to your own country. Go back to Haiti.
So let's talk about this, Sparky, before you go. If they have obtained Bahamian citizenship, should the government find places for them to live? Sparky, you there? Sparky, you gone? If they have status, right? Work permits, should the government investigate who hired them and demand that the person who hired them find someplace for them to live now, not later? Right? Does the government board some responsibility by giving them status, knowing that because you have to present where you live. You gotta present where you live. And they said, I live in a shanty town, and we stamp it. Yes, you can live here and work here in the Bahamas. Does now the government have a duty of care because they neglected that? They say, no, you can't. You got to find a permanent resident and seeing it. Let's go to the callers there. Go ahead, caller. Guardian Radio AM. You agree with the superstition that some kind of dark portal is over the Bahamas? Some kind of dark forces is causing accidents galore, tragedy galore? What you say, you caller?
Hey, good morning, Newry.
Good morning. How you doing, man?
Man, out of garbage.
Out of garbage, eh?
People are who stirring this stupidness up. I think they need to get their head checked.
You believe in demons?
If I believe in demons, I believe in demons, but this foolishness, what they talking about.
You actually believe in demons for true?
Yeah.
What about demons you believe in?
I don't really go too much into it like that, you know.
So you don't believe in it?
I don't really bother too much with it like that, man. The superstitious stuff they talking about is a bunch of nonsense and saying they need to get their head checked, man.
You believe people could be possessed?
Yeah, people do be possessed from, yeah.
That
people
man who sexually assaulted his mother.
Oh, yeah, man. Something wrong with them.
So you don't believe demons are running amok in the Bahamas?
Yeah, man. Demons here. Demons are here. Demons are here, but this foolishness, but they talking about trying to tie it with the elections and stuff like that. It's garbage.
Yeah. I think it's garbage too. I thought it was entertaining and said, these people crazy.
Yeah, man. There's something wrong, but they need to get their head checked to begin with. That's number one.
Yeah.
And number two, Mr. Newry.
Mm-hmm.
My history was made yesterday.
What happened in history?
Congratulations. The politicians finally put it off.
Yes. I see the politicians beat the pastors, them.
Yeah. Did you play?
I know politician.
Just checking, man. Congratulations, man.
Yes, and they should be recognized.
MVP, eh?
Who got it?
Jay Phillip.
Oh, see? That's good.
Yeah, man.
He can play ball.
It was an awesome game.
And finally, there been some years now, over a decade.
Over 30 years, I was told.
30 years?
From census started, the politician never won.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
a new dispensation.
Congratulations.
Some people would say the politicians gone to some place to be able to win.
Man, tell them they get their head checked. And the truth is not in them.
The truth is not in them. We got to rebuke them, though.
Hey, man. Yes, sir. But holy water here right now, waiting.
They sell holy water on Carmichael Road, that church there.
You know, man, that's regular pump water.
But that bless. That's cure people.
It's regular pump water, man.
Just checking. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay. It says Illuminati. Do we have the Illuminati inside the Bahamas? I see another post which suggested the lodge is part of this and that the lodge is sinister. And I said, I interview the lodge all the time and they never talk about anything sinister. Why? But what is it, 33 degrees? And I say, why would you think that? Where did they get that from? Let's go to the next caller. And this was saying, leave the sex workers out of this. We need them. That's what the caller is saying. That's why our STD rates have increased. I mean, I ain't blaming them. I'm just saying it has increased. You know? It's better to do things by yourself. Practice by yourself and be safe. Anyway, let's go to the next caller. Guardian Radio AM, you live. Go ahead, caller. Call you there? Go ahead, caller. Hello. How you doing?
What do you say?
Rachel, man, it's open line. We can talk with you and talk.
Well, listen, you're a citizen of the country, right?
I think I am.
Okay. Does the government supposed to pay for your housing or find you housing?
The government should make.
I'm asking you a question. I don't want you to get smart.
No.
I want you to be straight with me.
I can stay simple.
I know you always try to be sarcastic.
I am.
Fine.
It could be hard.
I know that.
You know
I talking serious talk.
Then
now.
let me be
Is the
sarcastic and get
government
over it, though. Let me do my sarcasm still. Let me hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get it out of me.
For this question,
Yeah.
don't do it.
You know
Is
better.
the government responsible for finding you housing?
The government is responsible for creating an atmosphere that I can find housing for myself.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
So what they talking about is nonsense. And if
They're
you've been
saying
in a
that
place
the government has
for
acknowledged
30
that there's a
Yeah, what is
housing
it?
shortage.
Yeah, if you've been in a place for 30 years,
Yeah.
not paying hardly nothing,
Yeah.
working every day,
Yeah.
and you can tell me you don't have the money to go pay for rent, you know what they saying? Oh, it's too expensive.
That money is sent home.
So what they need to do is, the government needs to start taxing that money for one. What's coming out of this country?
They tax
To
it.
force them to, hold on, let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
To force them to keep the money here. If you're a citizen here, you're supposed to be trying to build a life here, and you still living in the bush for 30 years, man, that's a problem. Because you have a lot of Haitian people, have nice homes, make better ways for their children, but some just feel like they're supposed to live off the land and cause my tax to go up, and I spending all this money for them to live free.
Yes. Yes.
And it's sad.
It is sad.
So what they need to do then, and if they can't find no housing, like the other caller said, go to the airport, buy a plane ticket, and fly back to Haiti, and go back to your housing there.
You think they're aware of this?
Because they don't understand the implication they putting on our environment. That means you don't care. Okay? So if you come from Swallow and try to do better, 30 years you stick a living Swallow, you might as well go back where you come from. Because you ain't trying to make no improvement yourself.
Before you go, let me tell you this. There are churches in the shantytown. There are apartments in the shantytown. There are duplex and electricity inside the shantytown. But if
know
you
something,
Go
I
ahead.
listened to that pastor. Mind you, couldn't understand what he said. I had to ask someone to try and break it down. But the thing is, running on it, they need to get as a community, all these churches they get, and help these people. Let them help find housing for them. You see what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to be insensitive.
No, man, I empathize with
You
you
know what I
saying.
mean? People got to understand something, man. In this country, I don't get no free pass. You shouldn't get no free pass, especially when I born bred Bahamian. You was a paper Bahamian. I supposed to be the one getting all the benefits and more than you. Far as I can say.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
It should be
And another
benefit
thing
to
I
be
wanna address
Bahamian.
too.
Go ahead,
Another
man.
thing I want to address here.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you saw the video on social media where the police officer was telling a person to come off the sidewalk, which I agree. Shouldn't be on the sidewalk selling your little items or whatever, right? But it seems like every time a Bahamian put up a stall somewhere to go make some money, the police only could find them. All over the place if you ride around this town, especially Cowpen Road, with no license, they got these stalls all over. But none of them is go there and tell them they got to close that down and break that down. Why not?
I thought there was
What's
Bahamian
the-
on Calpin Road. Hold on. I thought there was Bahamian on Calpin Road.
No, bro.
They have citizenship. They've been here for decades.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can take a regular Bahamian stuff. A paper Bahamian should not be selling on the side of the road either.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
If they got citizenship, that's fine.
Okay.
But if you can stop that person from selling stuff because, they ain't get no license, they ain't regulated, then you need to stop all.
Yeah.
Just make it seem like you only targeting the organic Bahamian, and that's how it seems. That's how I see it.
A number of
it
Bahamians
might not
feel
be that way, you know.
disenfranchised. A
Right,
number
it
of
might
Bahamians
not be
feel
that way, you know.
Yeah.
But that's how it's coming across.
I appreciate you
So-
bringing it to my attention, man.
So,
This is
yeah,
something we got to
okay.
hash out.
Yeah.
And thanks again. We have a number of callers online, but anyone else notice that that the government announced that as we seek labor force from Ghana, we have Ghana nurses, we have Ghana teachers, we now have Ghana construction workers. I did not know we had construction workers from Ghana. That worth so enough that it worth mentioning. And it just seemed odd. I didn't know we had that much demand for labor from Ghana. I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just saying that We now have Ghana nurses, Ghana teachers, and Ghana construction workers. What else of Ghana do we have here that we important as labor? And should we be concerned, right? Let's go to the phone calls as I read this. Prep that call for me there, Kermit. So anyone in the country on a work permit who unable to support themselves and house themselves in a sanitary conditions should be deported. This is the standard in every other civilized country in the world. We cannot have thousands of people indiscriminately disposing of human waste wherever they feel like. Go ahead, caller. Guardian Radio AM, you're live. Go ahead.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Newry.
Hey, you're live.
So much things you mentioned just now. But about the spiritual situation, I don't believe it. And I go to one of those Pentecostal churches which you mentioned. I go to one of those Pentecostal churches.
So you believe in demons too?
Yeah. Say again?
You believe in demons also?
I wouldn't get in that part.
I just want to know if you believe in demons. Either they exist or they don't exist.
No, demons exist, but listen to this. If you believe in those stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look at the state of Haiti.
We're talking about the Bahamas, though. We talking about whether. We talking about whether. We talking about whether there's any demons running amok in the Bahamas, though.
I go to one of those Pentecostal churches, and I mean, it's in the Bible.
But do you believe any demons running amok into the Bahamas? That's why I'm asking you.
For me, no. I mean, it's possible, but you have to give faith to it. You have to make it exist.
So if you don't believe in demons, because you believe in demons, I don't believe in no demons. So I think
I don't believe
these
in demons,
bad things is happening from bad people. I don't believe no demons possessing nobody. I believe
I don't believe in no demons possessing anybody, especially when it comes to their own free choice. God give us the free will to do what we choose to do.
Yes.
And I agree with the caller about the home situation.
Mm-hmm.
If you come in to do selling on the side of the street, you should have a license. And I don't know how the government gives what you got to work permit for people who's park. I don't understand that. Could you please look into that?
That don't make sense to me.
Go to Value right now. All this and there's a different nationality.
Mm-hmm. Once upon a time, they used to give Bahamians who had special needs packing jobs. You go to a certain food store and the special needs persons would have that packing jobs, or young Bahamians, right? Now we're seeing the whole thing is immigrant people packing. And I'm trying to say, how do you get a work permit to be a packing boy and at least a packing man and a packing woman?
I don't understand that.
I assume they're Bahamians. And if they're Bahamians, they're supposed to get access to all jobs. So I assume
they ain't Bahamians. They are not Bahamians. They pack your stuff. They don't understand you.
They might, well, we know citizenship is given to people who can't speak English well.
No, but if you're given work permit, you should. I think when the immigration department is short of work permit, you should have that individual who's signed for them. They should be responsible for their living habitat.
But I can attest. Let me correct you.
Who's issued the work permit?
Let me correct you by saying this. I can say outrightly, that no food store, major food store, I ain't talking about the Juk said, is hire immigrants with work permits that does not say packing boy on it. It's impossible because they law-abiding companies. They don't do that skullduggery. That's for small Juk food stores, but not no major food stores.
But only the major food stores you see them.
See, that's something different. I hear you.
Thank you, Mr. Newry.
I hear you. I couldn't rebut it. I hear you. Before we go to the next call, let's read this. See, the demon that took 2 people's lives in a car accident. You asking if the Illuminati is here, but where are you listening? CA, you see my post about the demon that took 2 people's lives in a car accident? You asking if the Illuminati is here, but were you listening to the radio when they mentioned the Rockefeller on the radio living in the Bahamas that married someone over here? Do you know the Prime Minister's a 33-degree Mason and they're a branch of the Illuminati? I do not know that the Prime Minister is a 33-degree Mason. I really do not know. And I do not know that the Lodge is a branch of the Illuminati. I do not know. I mean, telling me that it is, but I guess it might be. Let's read this before I go to the next caller. So no, CA, the government is not responsible for providing housing for anyone. They don't do it for Bahamians, and it's not appropriate to provide for foreigners, especially those faced with illegal immigration concerns. No country provide housing for immigrants. If they cannot afford housing, they should go back home. Bahamians cannot afford to absorb these created taxes that should never be. And of course, our government's providing people houses all the time. You all see that. What a candy lady name again? Oh, God. Anyway, her whole organization is about finding temporary home and thing for Bahamians. Let's go to the phone calls right now. Go ahead, caller. Guardian Radio AM. It's an open line Monday. We're talking about what you want to talk about. But I want to talk about demons. Any demons inside the Bahamas? Go ahead, caller.
Newry.
Hey, you believe in demons?
Talking about demon?
I want to know if you believe in demons.
I want to talk about Foxhill Day, man. I want no demon, man. I want help promote the our Foxhill Day event coming up in August, man. Let's talk about that. Let's try to get some junk in the group to come out and
need to book a show. Book a show, and I'll talk about Foxhill all day. I can even give a discount to them. Tell them come. What a German.
You want them come on?
Yeah, tell them call. Talk to April.
I'll reach out. I'll let Warren Davis reach out.
Tell Warren has my number. Tell Warren
good.
Reach out to April and book a show.
Yeah, but this demon thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Demon. I never. My mother used to tell us you're ugly like a demon. That's the closest I ever get to demon. That something like that can't work on me unless I believe in it. See, in order for me to believe in, you can't be a Christian unless you believe in Jesus Christ.
Amen.
You have to believe in something for that, in order for that to work on you. Demon and thing, I worry about that.
So you can't be fixed.
I could get sick from eating the wrong thing. Okay. I know demon do that. I could get sick from drinking the wrong thing. I know demon. That's ignorance of anything. You know something to agree with your body and you go eat it. Or you go drink it, I know demon as ignorant.
I know of a popular Bahamian pastor.
Yeah.
He's do some blessings for the PLP all the time. We call him a PLP pastor. There's a dead bird. During COVID, a dead bird was found in front of his church. And he said someone's trying to fix the church and fix him.
Brother Newry, listen to me, yeah? The other day when pastor said he see some graveyard dirt in the front of the stand by the church. How you know that dirt come from the graveyard left? He bought it with 80 cents.
They do magic.
He must, graveyard dirt different from other dirt.
These pastors do magic. And they announce it.
Call it what you want to call it. Call it what you want to call it. But listen.
Go ahead.
How come they let J Police win the MVP? How come Rick Fox didn't win MVP?
Rick Fox old.
Rick Fox didn't play.
You ever see how he's walk?
He ain't play.
I just saying that he old now. Rick Fox old. J. Philippe was 20 odd. That by slam dunking.
Oh, so Rick Fox ain't play.
I know he played, but he old.
Well, he better realize he old. Anyhow.
Yeah,
Give that alone.
I appreciate
God
you.
bless him.
Blessings. This text says, it's simple. Why Super Value is full of immigrants. It's because Bahamians don't want those jobs. That's the bottom line. Let's stop beating around the bush. It's caller. I'm telling you, Super Value. I'm correcting you. Do not hire people on work permits to be packing boys and packing girls. Stop it. Stop it. I'm going to correct you because that's not a job. Our government don't allow that to happen. So I'm not, but I tell you that does not happen. Let me read this more text before I go to the phone line. It says, you go to the major food stores, they have foreign ladies packing bags in the store. And they're not foreign people in the major food stores. I think you're mistaken. The major food stores know better. So I'm not allowing you to put that on them. It's impossible because the government doesn't give work permits to be a packing boy and a packing girl. That's it. Let's go to the phone calls. Go ahead, caller. Guardian Radio AM, you live. Caller, you there? Caller, you there before I move on? Let's go to the next caller. Go ahead, caller. Guardian Radio AM, you live.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How you doing today?
Good. I totally disagree with that caller that called in to say that Bahamians don't want to work. There are a lot of Bahamians who want to work. There are a number of parents who would love their children to work, but the list is often very lengthy.
Let me ask you this. Who should pack the grocery?
I won't say that they do or they don't hire persons without a permit. I don't know that to be a fact, so I can't speak on that. But It's not that Bahamians don't want. And the thing about it is, some super values. It's true. Some super values have more persons who don't have Bahamian origin than others.
They Bahamians. They just don't speak like you.
No. Like somebody said, like sometimes they don't understand you.
They have citizenship.
They don't understand.
Packing boy jobs are protected.
They appear to not understand you.
No.
When you speak and you say, don't pull the bag too much, or don't do this, or do it that way, they appear to not understand what you're trying to communicate to
My
them.
Lord.
And so that's how it comes across. I don't know. Maybe you're not speaking clearly.
I assume that's what it is.
Okay, so let's just be fair to them and whatever the case is, but the way it comes across.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but then there are others that I have noticed that it's improved in some stores where you have Bahamians that are working as packing boys and packing girls.
Mm-hmm.
Very few packing girls. But what I do appreciate, though, is their hustle. One time ago, they used to wait to the end of the register
Mm-hmm.
and collect your stuff. They don't even do that no more. They see you heading to the cashier and they give me a bag. I was like, well, what? Why you want my bag? Only to find out that they don't want somebody else to get that bag.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's indirectly teaching them to be not aggressive, but, hey, I hustling for this dollar. I'm hustling for whatever, you know. And some of them, and I would have spoken to a packing boy, and he would have said that his mommy is a single lady, and the funds that he get, it helps her out. So it's a good thing that Super Value is doing. But I too would like to see them hire more Bahamians. I really would. That are distinctly Bahamian.
I appreciate
not that they're not Bahamian,
Mm-hmm.
but that we can identify that, hey, listen here, you are, this for sure. What?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see more of that. Now, you were mentioning, and that was a surprise to me as well, in terms of the persons who are, I think from Ghana, is that? Where they're from?
Ghana, yeah, the Ghana.
Yeah, I honestly did not know that. Why is it that, I don't know if this is just under the PLP or it's been going on and it's just now becoming more pronounced, but why isn't it that they're putting out these ads and stuff and saying that, okay, we need help in this area or help in the next
government is
area?
put out ads. I can't just say the government's don't, but they're always saying they have a whole section.
Yeah, but see, okay.
You register.
Let me talk about education.
Mm-hmm.
The one that is fresh right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that you want to hire so many, and that is pronounced. Have you spoken? Have you had an audience? Have you had a conference? Have you had any kind of meeting with teachers or persons who are not actively working as educators now to find out, hey, listen here, maybe you were an educator and you want to come back. What would have happened in your field why you would have quit? What would have happened in your field why you feel like you can't make a positive contribution, but you have a teaching certificate? I know a lady that has a teaching certificate, but they said, and Miss Wilson, Belinda Wilson, I hope you're listening, they would have said, and you could correct me or you could fix this if she's not correct, said that she did it too quickly. She was supposed to do it in a timely manner. She's supposed to take 2 years to do it, and apparently she did. Like, I'm just saying, she probably did it in a year and a half, and it was like, we can't accept that, whatever the case may be. I think that doesn't make sense. It's crazy. There are persons who are going into teaching practice in September. They'll possibly be finished in November. Why do they wait until September to hire those persons? They're there, so just grab them with their teacher. You don't have to wait till graduation. Like, start to vet them, and then hire them. I know for sure there's possibly somebody who wants to go to Exuma, which is Mr. Cooper's. Like, get talking to these people, find out. Like, get them into the system, hire them as aides, and so the minute they're finished, they're already in the system. They just have to become trained teachers, and that's it. But you have teachers you have students that are at the College of the Educators. You're giving them a stipend. Have them work as teachers' aid and just give them a salary at the end of the month. Why are you giving away a stipend? For what? And they're not even contributing to the classroom. They could contribute to the classroom, and they can be learning something at the same time.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? And then we have family islands. We're trying to get them to go to the family islands. Give them a little piece of property so they could be motivated to go.
I mean, whole property?
And they probably won't come back because they have a home. And then that same money that you was paying a foreigner, that could be saved, and you've given that towards that property that you've given them. Like let's just come up with innovative things that we could do because we have the people here.
I love your ideas.
We could go through the system and find out what is missing, who is dropped off the radar, why they drop off. Tell them, go talk to Ms. Wilson and, let her compile her whole data and then get back to him. They need to communicate, man. It's bad.
I appreciate you.
Have a great day.
Out of your mouth, I hope to the politician ears.
I hope. You think they're listening, though?
This is the most popular show on, 11 o'clock. Everybody's turning.
Talk about that. I went to City Lumber the other day, and they had the radio on. They was listening to you guys.
People listen to Guardian Radio all day, from 6 o'clock.
And you think the politicians really listening for this?
Yes, let's get texts afterwards and say, don't say that no more. Don't say that no more. No, don't say that no more. They know me.
Oh, wow. Have a blessed one.
Yeah, blessings, man. This 11 o'clock, everybody tune in to Guardian Radio at 11 o'clock. They say Newry talking foolishness again. Everybody listen. Let's go to this caller before we take a commercial break. Go ahead, caller. Guardian Radio AM, you live?
Yeah, give thanks, Mr. Newry.
Give thanks, man.
I just wanted to add on to what the lady was saying. She's talking about the teachers' aid, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, she's correct. But also remember now, the intern, the nurses, interns, the interns, right, for the nursing field, right? Mm-hmm. They are leaving also. So that is also inglorious. I just wanted to add on to that. But I think you're technically incorrect. If the Parkin boys are allowed to apply for citizenship at the age of 18, then they're not Bahamian because they most of them are under that age. And so I've seen grown women packing groceries, which I know they wouldn't born here. So I mean, it's not totally incorrect. But I really called because it's going to be the last time I'm going to say this, right? Mm-hmm. Where knowledge stops is where superstition begins. And so because we are being brainwashed to believe that everything African is demonic, Obeah, voodoo, and the likes and all rituals, they call us animists because we pay homage to the air, land, sea, and earth, and nature, which connects us with God spiritually. So there's no proof that demons exist, right? But I know demons exist within me and you, and people. What's the point of having a demon if no flesh is on earth? So for me, I don't want to go too far back, but I've been exposed to B.S. Naipaul, Roger Mayers, and they wrote a lot of African poetry. And so what happens is, in those days, they would have a fetish priest, which would be someone like a shaman who, in order to keep control over the village or to gain some hierarchy and believe he has spiritual powers, what they would do, well, firstly, Obeah and voodoo was used to heal. Now they have demonized it, right? You don't want to have no power over nobody. What I'm saying, Mr. Newry, they would use nature and knowledge of nature and science to make people believe they have power beyond their control. God would never give you the power to hurt nobody through no Obeah or no voodoo. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, this is total BS. Human people, stop it. Stop demonizing it. Listen to me. If they're doing it, that on them. But what I'm saying, Mr. Newry, somebody can sneak up to your car, rub a chemical on your steering wheel, rub a chemical on your door. Back in Africa, they would put a fly, the fly that causes testes disease, the mosquito, a snake, a spider, and you die overnight, and they'll make it look like they had some power, but they actually snuck something into your house, or they poison you in some kind of in a natural way, and then make you believe that they have power. I'm telling you this. This is nothing new. If somebody who have contact with you, that will be that stick in that door with the needle. All that is total BS. Even Chris brought it up the other day. But there's a plan in Haiti because they know it. It zombifies people, and it makes you believe you're dead. And then so people come back to life after the drug wear off, and they make it look like you was a zombie and you came back to life. So we all being duped. There's no such thing as they don't have no power over nobody because they would make themselves rich.
So long and short, before we go to commercial break, or are you going? There's no dark power over the Bahamas causing all these car accidents and these gruesome things happening. Anyway, we'll take this commercial break right now. Let me read this text before we go. So, morning, Mr. Newry, that during the recent CARICOM meeting in Ghana, Mia Mortley, in her address, stated that in 2020, Barbados hired teachers from Ghana. They also interviewed another 200 prospective teachers to be hired from Ghana in the near future. So maybe this has to do with some agreement between these countries that we are unaware of regarding that during the in Ghana. Oh, they send it again. Okay, so more likely, I Texter, I see what you're saying, and I find that a number of the protocols that Barbados, Trinidad, Jamaica are adopting, I find that the Bahamas also are adopting, especially some of these regarding the nurses, regarding the teachers in general. I see it's a mere coincidence. Carmen, we go on a commercial break now. So let's see, this text says, who one of the shanty towns, why there are never fines or someone going to jail? Solve that, you solve the problem. Someone need to get locked up, Dexter. I agree. Anyway, let's take this quick commercial break. It's soon time to read from Percy's Island Games, right? So that's what I'm excited about. We'll be right back.
Girl, Junior just showed me Bella Boy in his phone.
What you mean? He take picture of that good-for-nothing boy?
Shh, you don't want Bella here. You say that. You know she always say that's my good child.
So what he doing in Junior phone?
Oh, he there because the police looking for him. He on their wanted list.
Wanted persons in your phone now?
Yes, child. And when police want to find anybody quick, after something happen, they can send pictures direct to your phone. Go to Google Play or App Store and search for Crack Crime Bahamas, then pick install, and it will go straight to your phone.
There is also a section on missing persons?
Yes, girl. Everybody needs to get this app so police can tell us right away when these people go missing. Just like an alert system.
Yes, it has numbers for Crime Stoppers Bahamas, so you can call and nobody knows it's you. Call directly to Miami and give the information without giving your name or anything about you. I tried the other day, and when I hear Junior and his boys talking about where they hide those guns, I walk quick round the corner and call that number.
Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands.
Just sign in and have a seat, please. They'll call you in for your x-ray shortly.
That's why they call it a waiting room. You won't have that problem at 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center or Imaging at Grosvenor. We never schedule multiple appointments, so you'll be in and out in no time. And if your initial screening reveals a concern, our radiologist can conduct an alternative screening right then and there. Call 328-8157 to schedule an appointment at 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center or Imaging at Grosvenor today.
Attention Island game players. Percy's pension plan is now accepting applications. Deposit $25 and you are officially in the running for a weekly salary of up to $1,000 a week for a full year. Applications close September 8th. Apply now at theislandgame.com. No budget for vacation this summer? No worries. We got you. Guardian Radio 96.9 will fly you and a guest to South Florida for a vacation of a lifetime. Our sweet summer escape gets you round-trip tickets on Bahamas Air. $1,000 spending cash, thanks to Percy's Island Games. Brand new luggage from Brass and Leather. 4 days and 3 nights at the beautiful Holiday Inn Express Plantation. Free car rental from Hertz, too. All you need is your passport. We got you covered. Enter now for the Guardian Radio 96.9 Sweet Summer Escape. Fill out the form in today's Nassau Guardian and follow us on all social media platforms. Remember, you must be 18 or older to enter. Entry deadline August 12th, drawing August 14th. Taxes not included and certain restrictions apply.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, go play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Headed to South Florida soon? Holiday Inn Express in Plantation welcomes you to the heartbeat of Florida fun. Whether it's business or pleasure, the Holiday Inn Express is close to sensational shopping, captivating dining, and nightlife. Elevate your Florida experience. Sleep well and rest easy at Holiday Inn Express. Complimentary breakfast buffet featuring seasonal favorites. Keep up your fitness routine in our 24-hour on-site fitness center with cardio equipment and free weights, or take a refreshing swim in our outdoor pool. So Bahamas tourist rate awaits. Holiday Inn Express, 1701 North University Drive, in Plantation. Book your getaway now. Call directly at 954-472-5600 or the sales department for reservations and additional. Hey kids, are you ready? It's back! The Jeff Rogers Summer Basketball Camp. July 27th to 31st at the Kendall Isaacs Gym, 2 to 5 p.m. daily, and August 3rd to 8th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. for boys and girls from 5 to 18. Come enjoy the thrills of the big game alongside NBA legends and current superstars Michael Sweetbells Thompson, Michael Jr., Klay Thompson, Buddy Hield, Muggsy Bogues, and many others. Registration forms available now at the Seventh-day Adventist offices on Tony Williams Darling Highway. The Jeff Rogers Summer Basketball Camp. This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
I just want to remind people that if you deposit $25 on your Island Game account, you have a chance to win $1,000 per week. I just need to tell you that. you have a chance to win. And if you don't put the $25 there, you can't win, right? So applications close on September 8th. So you got to apply now, and you apply via theislandgame.com. theislandgame.com. Says, Mr. Newry, I'd love for my young 12-year-old natural Bahamian son to obtain a packing boy job for him to gain some work experience and to feel independent. But so many Haitians taking up those spots at basically all the food stores in the country. It's ridiculous. Usually, the Bahamians of Haitian descent who speak with a dialect does the morning shift. And then the Bahamians who are morally attending school do the evening shift and the weekends. There's no immigrants who work on Saturday or Sunday. We know that. Let's go back to these callers. Guardian Radio AM, you live.
Be gracious, you just see how you doing.
I'm doing well.
Well, you really believe that what you're talking about with the demons walking around, though?
I want to know if you believe in demons.
I mean,
yes or no?
Exist, but I don't believe that foolishness.
So you believe in demons?
Second of all,
no, hold on. You believe in demons?
No ideas now.
You believe in demons, but you don't believe no demons inside the Bahamas.
I mean, the Bible speak about things doing certain things, right? But I believe that foolishness. But demons causing people do foolishness and also. We trying to blame our bad behavior on anything. Next thing you know now, people can come out and make an announcement. The devil cut the light off.
Oh, Lord.
Now, you cause it. You the one to bring it up?
You know they say at night it's be hot, and where the devil lives be hot too.
All right then. So if BPL use as an excuse, we only could blame you. You give them the idea.
Yeah, it's hot. I can tell you that. It's hot like hell. Thank you very much, caller. Let's get to the next caller now. Guardian Radio AM, you live? Guardian Radio AM, you live?
Hey, listen, Mr. Newry.
Hey, man, go ahead.
First of all, I want to say, I believe most all of the work permits on the road today illegal or being operated illegal. And let me explain that to you, right? When you get a work permit, right, you don't just get a work permit to be able to work anywhere there's a vacancy for a job. That ain't what work permit is supposed to be about, but unfortunately, that's what it is in the Bahamas. Once you get a work permit to be a handyman for Mr. Newry, right? That's what you got the work permit for, right? But you use that same work permit and now you supervisor at Atlantis.
Something wrong with that.
Or Bahama, right? And see, that's when you see the Bahamians are being held back because, a work permit again. And immigration and all of the governments them illegally know these are doing these things. Open Bahamian people really never catch on to it, right? But it's so clear, right? Because if you get a work permit to be in a certain area, how is it that you could be working anywhere because of a work permit, and when the immigration stop you, they only want to know where the fact that you have a work permit, but they don't do the check to see if Atlantis is the one who applied for this work permit, or Wendy's is the one who applied for this work permit, or Super Value is the one who applied for this work permit. And then if they do, then these companies could be and all. But again, money. Yeah, continue.
I appreciate it. Kermit, squeeze this last call in for me, please. No, it's too late. Man, okay, let me just go through this text then. Sorry about that, caller. See, hey, listen to me. Demons exist. If you believe in God, then you should know demons are also real. The Bible speaks about Satan roams day and night like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. 1 Peter 5:8. And with all of this, Obia, it's gateway when the Bahamas. It's real, bro. I mean, people actually believe in Obia. It says, good morning. I hope that past caller wasn't insinuating anything about Rick Fox's age when the PM hitting 90, Minister of Tourism hitting 91, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs hitting 110 years old. Oh, Lord. Okay, by the way, where is it? By the way, I believe in demons, but I believe that Yeshua, our Lord above all, has more power than the devil that he created and put on this earth to force us humans to make a decision, heaven or hell, giving us a free will. So magic can't work unless you believe in the devil more than him. So long and short, this belief that there's some kind of portal over the Bahamas is foolishness, utter foolishness. And it's just a small minority group is perpetrating this narrative that something happened in May. after the general election and that there's some kind of payment is due. So let's shut that down. Let's shut that down and rebuke these sinister people who create these strange narratives. This has been Guardian Radio.